Rick B's Daily Vlogs.
All right, another episode, another video, another interview, and this time I'm going to have a high school quarterback from your George Washington Eagles, James Mertz, on the show with me today. We're going to talk about his high school football career, his injuries that set him back, and I'm going to share a little video clip of him, his highlights throughout the season. But first, as we always do, let's get this started. Welcome everyone, it's the Daily Podcast and the Daily Vlogs. I'm posting a video on YouTube. Have James Mertz on today. Check out this highlight reel that I have for him. I'm going to leave his link to the Hudl down below so you guys can watch his videos on Hudl. I'm going to show you clips, various clips of what he did this season. Go check this out.
Wide open here. There it is. Yeah! Nice play, James. Oh, that's it. Yeah! Keep fighting. Go.
Block him. Right there. Go, Felix. Go.
There he is.
Let's get out there.
There he is. Get out there.
Yeah! Let's go, James!
Oh, yeah! There he is.
Right here. Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, he spin that. He's out.
Oh, come on, James. There you go.
There you go.
Oh!
Get there, Felix.
Oh, go ahead, James. Let's go!
Pass is complete.
Oh, yeah!
Where's the ball?
right, now we're going to bring on James Mertz. Let's bring him on right now. All right, I have James Mertz here with me today. George Washington High School's starting quarterback the past 2.5 years, 2 years in varsity, right, James?
Yeah, 2 years on varsity and then that 1 year on JV.
1 year in JV. James, go ahead and introduce yourself to everyone so they know who we are talking to today.
My name is James Mertz. I'm currently a senior at George Washington High School. I play quarterback. I'm number 7. I've been playing football since freshman year, started on JV, and then lost that COVID year, and then have been the starting quarterback for my junior and senior year on varsity. So
Nice. At the end of this, we have news. Some I don't know if you want to call it breaking news, but just found out where James is going for some college ball, which is I'm a little happy about because he's doing exactly what I did. Played for Wash. Now going to So James, man, let's go ahead and talk about the whole season. This season was rough. This was a good season for us, and we were all predicted. If you guys don't know, I'm not James's official coach, but one of the coaches for George Washington High School. I coached the defense. So you might hear James say coach a lot, but that's the reason why. But good kid, man. I love watching you play. I watch you from, your freshman year to the senior year. And this is the year that we were going to be the only passing team that was going to make, we were going to win the game. We were going to win the season. Even coaches from another school was going to be like, hey, you guys are the one to beat this season because of, we had James and Daraj, and just having those two would have been a big difference between, what ended up happening to us Turkey Day wise. What'd you get good out of this season? What was the most positive thing you got out of this season?
I think it was just so much fun. I think we were building up this program just from like my freshman year, and I just been staying with all my friends. Like it's fun playing with all my friends, and then it was just fun to see like how good we've gotten from freshman year. Like we had no wins, varsity, they had no JV team, varsity didn't have any wins, and then getting that first win junior year, and then that senior year, like we're going to be a good team. Like I had a lot of fun playing with the guys.
How does it feel, man? I know the feeling, but how does it feel with you that the guys that you played with, the majority of the guys that you played with, started with you as your freshman year, and you ended, your senior year with most of the same guys that was on there, and this was the whole family bonding. You can see the emotions when we lost games, and you can see the emotions when we won games. How did that feel for you? That this was a tight knit group.
It was like a family, just playing with your family, with playing with your brothers, like becoming friends from football, and then just becoming like my brothers, just trying to, everybody has like a team goal. Not everybody was like just playing for themselves. We were playing as a team together because we've been all together, and just getting a common goal and trying to win was like just the best feeling. Coming together, practice every single day, all with the common goal. It's just an amazing feeling. Yeah.
And you were the leader. Did you consider yourself one of the leaders on the team?
I think in the beginning I didn't realize it. Like I think my freshman year I was just like, oh, I'm just gonna play with my friends. I didn't know who the leader really was until I started playing quarterback. I'm like, now I know I have to be the leader because the quarterback is always a big leader. And then I started taking that role, and then everybody else followed, and then that's why we became like such a strong team, I think.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of guys looked up to you. A lot of guys were counting on James Mertz. When you went down in that Oakland game, you went down with a knee injury. Did you feel that the air just like get deflated from that game in particular?
Yeah, I think I've never gotten injured like that before. Like really, just like, and then I come out of the game just because of my important role on the team, and it just feels like a different game. Like I'm out, and then I know we still won that game, but it just felt like a different game because I've never experienced that kind of injury just coming out, and then I wanted to go back in really bad because I didn't want to let my team down.
How does that feel? How does that feel when you have to watch from the sidelines?
It doesn't feel good. Yeah, it doesn't feel good. It's just you're missing out and you're not there, and you think back and you're like, oh, I could have did this, or if I was in the game, I could have did that. but you're not. So that's why you always regret like you're coming out and watching your team play without you. It's just a weird feeling.
Yeah. So you had to go from QB1 to on the sidelines trying to help out QB2. So you took that role. How was that role for you, having to show Mason, hey, this is what you got to do, and this is how you do when you roll out? How did you embrace that role?
I just thought like anything I can do to help the team win. Yeah. Like even if I was off the field, I can help our QB2 and help other guys do like what their positions were and help them with that. And that's why I still came to practice every single day, even though I was hurt, and try to help these other guys to win. I'm just dedicated like that. Even if you're hurt, you're still come to practice and still help out other guys. It felt different because I wasn't practicing, or other people knew like, oh, James is not practicing today, but I still came, and so people know my presence, that we're still in this, you know.
Yeah. I mean, that's what made you different from a lot of the other guys, and that's what made you, up there. You showed up to practice. You were there every day. You were even willing to help clean the field when you weren't. We were like, hey, James, take it easy. And you're like, no, I got it, coach. I was like, no, James, take it easy. We got it. But that's what makes it good leaders. And moving forward, when you get to that next level, you're gonna have to start from scratch. You're gonna have to start from the bottom up. You're gonna have to prove yourself again. But that's what makes you different from everyone else, is that hey, you were there, you showed up, even though you knew you wanted to be on the field, even though you wanted to be there with your team, and that's what makes you different from everyone else. Kind of gives you that special status, if I can say it that way.
Yeah.
And then you came back. What was it like when you came back your first game, your senior year, and you just blew it up pretty much?
Yeah, I think in the beginning I was a little rusty, like because I haven't just practiced for so long, and then I started to get in that groove, and I'm like, man, I'm feeling good. And then when I came back for that Lowell game, it was back and forth, but I just knew that like we were gonna come out with the win, because it's just everybody was still supporting me, everybody was helping each other out, and we just had that feeling, we had that momentum, like, oh, James is back, oh, we're gonna win this game. I think everybody was feeling it.
Do you have your stats for that Lowell game? I didn't write it down. I know you had 3 touchdowns?
Yeah, 3 touchdowns.
3 touchdowns. I know you threw over 100 yards that game. Yeah. How was that feel? That feeling, that game meant a lot to me. And I know it meant a lot to you guys, and I was teary-eyed at the end of the game. How did that feel coming back? Battle of the Birds were on their turf, and it was just a battle back and forth till we finally secured it in the fourth quarter. How did that feel for you?
It felt amazing. Yeah, I think last year's loss against them, I just had that chip on my shoulder.
Yeah.
21-20 loss, and I was just this year against Lowell, like we play them right in the mid-season, so a win for us was just like our momentum like was so much better, and then a loss would have been like really bad like for our season. But getting that win against Lowell just felt great, because that was just like, we're take this into the next game, into playoffs, and then if we go beyond that. But yeah, it just felt really good. Yeah,
Lowell was the game last year. If you guys don't remember, last year I was gone. I was out for the most of the season. I was hospitalized. So when I came back to watch the last senior game, it was against Lowell. And you guys had a 21-point lead going into half. And I remember telling you guys in halftime, don't count on this 21-point lead. You got to play defense, and or 20-point lead. Sorry. And sure enough, we lose 21-20. So this victory meant a lot, not just to you guys as a team, but also to the coaches that coached you guys up for that game. But man, you played a remarkable game that day. I mean, just watching you, and we go back and forth, and I don't think we would have won that game if you were there. I mean, just the bombs that you were throwing, the things that Lowell wasn't expecting us to do that you did, and you throwing, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. What was the most memorable part for that game for you?
I think when I was I think that first touchdown to Aon just got me fired up.
Yeah.
I think it was just they scored those 2 touchdowns, and like we're down 12-0, I think, by 2 scores.
Yeah.
And then I just kept thinking to myself, like, I'm just going to come back and throw another touchdown. Like I know I could get my team back into this. And then I think Zach gets that pick, and then the whole momentum changes, and then we go downfield. And then I know they have like, I think they're 10 guys on the field. They had one guy down. And I'm like, just snap the ball. I know Aeon's wide open.
Yeah.
And then I touchdown to Aeon. And then we get that score. And then right after, I throw that touchdown to Jefferson. And then that just switched the whole game into a whole something else. Yeah. And then that just gave us the momentum to get that win, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I want to say you threw one at, I know you threw one at Jefferson, one to Felix, one to Aeon. And didn't you threw a dump pass to Daraj that he ran all the way in, right? So you threw 4 touchdowns.
I didn't throw one to Felix. I don't think. I think it's just 3. I think it's just Jefferson, Aeon, and then Daraj.
Okay. Maybe Felix caught a long one, but he didn't get a touchdown.
Yeah, it was close.
Yeah. No, man, that was a remarkable game. I mean, if there's a game that, put Washington, James Mertz on the map, it would have been that game. And, that you're right. It definitely got us into the mood. We're unbeatable team. We can beat Lowell. And then we faced Balboa for the first time. And that was, we knew we were going to be Balboa, and we did. And how was that?
I think I just had the same mentality as we were playing Lowell. Like it's just another team. Like we can beat any team in the league if we play our best football, Yeah. And I think we started out early, getting that first score, and defense was amazing. Defense got a lot of stops, and then our offense just going, and we just shut them out. Like they just didn't know what hit them,
Yeah. And then unfortunately you got injured. You got injured again, and going into that, when you got injured, it was kind of like you can feel on the sidelines, you can feel like, oh man, QB1 is hurt, James is hurt. It was kind of like the whole gameplay from how we had James, what we're going to do with James, what we're going to do with the receivers, kind of was all thrown out. We had to figure out a new gameplay. What was going through your head when you got injured? What was the difference between the Oakland game and then the last injury?
I think Oakland game, I think I was just, it wasn't really that bad. Like it was preseason. I knew I was going to be okay. But this game just felt different because it was just mid-season. And we got the win already. Like we were about to win. But when I got hurt, it just didn't really feel like a win, if that makes sense. Yeah. I don't know. It just, I got hurt. And I'm just like, this is something different. I feel something different. And I just went on that sideline. I was just thinking, like, I'm really hoping I'm okay.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
And then we found out it was, what was the injury? What was the injury that you had?
Torn ACL, and then the meniscus is torn off completely, yeah.
Yeah. And then, but you still played in the playoffs. You still played in the first round of the playoffs. And we were able to get past. Did we get past the first round? We did get past the first round, right? Yeah. It's the second round that we didn't get past, and that was against was that against Lincoln?
Yeah.
I'm all confused. This is what happens when you throw football out of your head. But no, that was that was a good, to me, that was, even though we didn't make the playoff or we didn't get to Turkey Day, it was a remarkable season. We got to see who everyone was. You got to see how everyone was. And you were, the days that you weren't playing, you were just sitting there. You were cheering everyone on. You were making sure that you weren't playing, but you were making sure everyone else was fired up. Everyone heard, James's voice on the sidelines. And to me, that's what makes a good leader. That's what makes someone like, hey, I'm not playing, but I'm going to make sure that you guys hear me, and I'm going to make sure that we win this game, whatever it has to, whatever it takes. And you did that. What was your most memorable year, the whole 4 years that you were playing football?
Definitely senior year. Yeah.
Senior year, yeah.
I think, it just all came together. Like senior year was last year, all the hard work, all those practices, all those summer practices, spring practices, padded practices, just like all those other games experience just came into that 1 year. And I just had the most memorable years. I like all of my friends, the returners, the new guys came in. It's just, senior year was the best, I think.
what made you, when you came into Wash and you started playing Wash, you were down the street, you were at Presidio. What made you say, I want to play quarterback? Or did you want to play quarterback, or did you want to play a different position?
Yeah. So it's funny, actually, Ben, the receiver, Ben Nguyen. So me and him had class together at Presidio, and he was like, "Oh, at Wash, if you get into Wash, let's play football like together as friends." And I think him and then Saylaw, we're all playing baseball together. So, and we're like, "Yo, if we get into Wash, then let's play football." I'm like, oh, "Okay, cool." And then we both get into Wash, and then we find out that there's no JV team. So like, "Oh, what do we do now?" He's like, "Oh, let's just gather a bunch of people and friends, and let's see, like, just have fun with it, And then we just started building. We just started recruiting other people, other freshmen, and then I think I was throwing the football one day or things. I was trying to be a receiver actually.
Okay.
Before, yeah, I just like I thought receivers were cool and like catching the ball. And I think I was throwing the ball one day to Ben, and then Coach Mike comes out and he's like, How far can you throw the ball?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't know." And I throw it like pretty far, and he's like, "You might have to be quarterback." I'm like, "Oh, okay, maybe, okay." And then I'm like, maybe I'll try it out. And then he started give me some tips, and I started throwing, and then that
was it.
I became quarterback.
I mean, you need a quarterback. I mean, there was no quarterback. As far as I can think of, there was no quarterback. Even the senior team that was before you didn't really have a good passing quarterback. So, that's the difference between, a good team versus a mediocre team. Like, we knew half the teams was going to run the ball because that's their MO. We played Galileo. We knew they're just going to run the ball because they can't really throw. But when every team was facing Wash and James was on the field, they knew, like, oh man, this is going to be a passing team. And then you have you, and then you had, number one behind you. It's like, what are they going to do? Are they going to pass or are they going to run? So it was kind of a good mix with that. But that's cool, man. That was cool. That was a cool thing. And give props to, I want to give props to your dad, because he also helped out trying to get people on the team. It's like, like he would when I got on the field, and you play with my son, and your dad would always be like, "Hey, we got 10 more freshmen coming on this year." So give props to your dad. He helped that JV team come alive, and he kind of helped put the football program back on the map, because if it wasn't for you guys, and I said this in our coaches meeting, if it wasn't for you guys, you group right now, you seniors moving out, there wouldn't be a lot of interest in football, because you saw what it was like when you were there. When you first started, there was no freshman team. I heard the coach for JVs didn't even want to coach JVs anymore. So a lot of the 15-year-olds had to be forced to move up to play varsity because there was no freshman team or, JV team. So give it up to you guys. You guys helped put that back on the map. And I'm glad I can see the growth with where you guys started to where you guys ended. Me, I wish it ended a little bit better, but it's football. It's what it is. And you're going up, man. I just found out that you can tell everyone where you're going to go to college.
So for next year, I'm going to City College of San Francisco to continue my football career. But yeah, it's exciting. Nice. And I know you're going to be gray shirted for the first year. I went to City. I played football at City. It was a different era back then. It was a different beast back then. But the one thing that you're going to be happy with, if their colors are still red and white or red and gray, you're going to continue that tradition with the red and gray colors, which is cool. You're going to go from an eagle to a ram. That's the difference. Yeah. What are you looking forward to, and what's your fears and what's your goals when you get to college? I think my goals are to just become a better quarterback. Like I think I still have a lot to learn, a lot of skill from coaches to teach me about the quarterback position and just be a better quarterback. And then I think my fears is probably the competition level. I know it's going to be way higher. I know that JUCO league with City College is very competitive, but I'm pretty sure I'm up for it, and I can't wait. Yeah, I mean, the only advice I can give you is what my coach gave me when I left Wash, and he told me, like, just play your game the best way you know how.
Don't go in there thinking, and this is not you, and I know it's not you, but don't go in there thinking that, you know more than everyone else, because it's a whole new different league. It's a whole different beast. And, these guys are going to be like way bigger than you and, taller than you. The defense is going to be a lot faster. So just be prepared to, get to that next level. But man, congratulations for that. That's a cool thing. What's in the future? Like, City College is the next level. What's your plans or your admirations to go further than that?
So I think to go to City College, and then if another school gives me an offer, I might transfer to a 4-year school and finish my education. And I really love football, so I think if my career as a coach, I thought about coaching.
Yeah,
would be really cool, or to be like an athletic trainer or sports medicine. Into sports medicine. So, because if I have experience playing football and also with my injury, I could be really good in that field.
Yeah.
But
I
definitely go to City College and transfer to another 4-year school and finish my education. But
I mean, with everything going out right now, with all the different leagues, everyone's like, the first goal is try to get to the NFL. But you got the XFL, you got the USFL, you got Canada, you got all these leagues. I told you about a Japan league. I think that's no longer around from the last time I checked. I think they it might still be around. I'm not really sure. But I mean, there's a bunch of different leagues out there. I'm one of the guys that I loved football so much that I played in the semi-pro leagues. I played in the leagues where we have to pay to play. And, it was one of those games. It was one of those leagues where if you got your head smashed in, you got your head smashed in. But if you love football that much, man, you'll find a place to play, whether it's a college level, whether it's the XFL, whether it's the USFL, you'll find a level where you'll be like, hey, I want to continue playing. This is what I want to do. And if you want to continue coaching, you want to get on the, a coaching staff, then that's cool too. Cause you have knowledge, you have football knowledge, you can be that quarterback coach that'll help, the young kids get back up there. That's going to be cool. I'm proud of you, man. I mean, I can't tell you enough that I'm proud of you and what you did and what you're going through and what you have to do. What else plans do you have when it comes to, football? I know you guys are the defending baseball champs, the city champs for George Washington High School. So, congrats on that. And you're gonna defend that championship this year. Any baseball, admirations going on when you City College has a good baseball team too. So I got some buddies that went to Wash who are on the city team. So yeah. You planning to play baseball for UC for City?
Maybe, I'm not sure, because I know that City College also has like a spring ball where they play some like scrimmage games for spring ball.
Yeah.
So I might be doing that first. But I'm missing my baseball season right now because of my injury.
Yeah. So
I think if I really wanted to play, maybe I could play at City College another year of baseball, because I missed this year. So
okay. Well, no, that's you're in a good program. City College is definitely a good program when it comes to athletic everything. Their basketball team, their football team, their baseball team. City College is the first time I played baseball when I realized I can't play college baseball. I couldn't pass when these guys were pitching 95 miles an hour, and you see the ball coming at your head, and all of a sudden it just drops down. I'm like, oh, I can't hit these balls. That's what made me realize I'm not playing college ball. So I stuck to what I knew best, hit somebody. That's the only thing I can do, was hit somebody. You're finishing off your senior year. You're done with Wash. What are the biggest memories you have leaving, or what can you tell the younger group that's coming in right now? You're leaving. This is, to me right now, probably the best group of guys that we've had since I've been coaching. And, this is only my second year coaching, but what can you tell the younger generation, the guys that's below you, the juniors that's going to be seniors next year? Then, you have a younger brother that's going to be playing for Wash also. So what can you tell them?
I think I tell them that Wash is like a very welcoming community, and we got a lot of history and a lot of players that have heart, playing sports or whatever their passion is. But I think just Wash has just so much passion about sports and other things. But just it's just a welcoming community. Like if you really put your mind to it and you have other people, you can come together and achieve something really good or really what you want to achieve. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it was, you don't know how many times I had to tell the guys to trust the process. Listen to your coaches, trust the process. And we were always pointing to your group of guys, and we tell them that this didn't happen overnight. This is 4 years in the making to get to the level where they are, and it's consistency. We tell everyone, come to practice, show up. If you don't know, ask somebody. Don't act like I know this route, and then you call a play and they're running a totally different route. It's like you can't fake it on the field, and we tell everyone that, and we've been telling everyone that. And trust the process, come to practice, show up, and they'll end up being where you guys are, looking in to try to get to the championship. So man, that's definitely a cool thing, cool story. And again, I'm proud of you, proud of where you're going, proud of where you've been to where you're going. And and definitely let me know when City College games are there and when you're suited up.
Sure.
I'm definitely going to be there watching you. You're going to miss high school football?
I think I am. Yeah. I just, it's a sport that I've been playing soccer and basketball and baseball like since I was a little kid, but just football just felt so different. Like when I started playing freshman year, just all these combination of guys coming together to move the football around. It's just different. It's just a really emotional feeling. It just gets you fired up. But yeah, I'm going to miss high school football a lot.
I tell everyone all the time. I don't know if you were there when I was yelling at the kids. Was, this is a sport, in particular football, that you're going to remember for the rest of your life. From the people you played with, the people you played against, the teams you played against. The little things in the locker room that you guys did, to the things in the field that you guys did. You're going to remember this for the rest of your life, because this is the one sport to me that like you said. You guys either bond as a you'll bond as a family, and you'll bond as a group, and I seen you guys bond, and there's all these things that you guys can do, and that you guys did, that you guys accomplished, and like we said at the end of the season, proud of you guys, proud of what you guys have done, and we got to start over next season as coaches. Got to go back there. Are you going to be coming out to some of the games if you can next year?
Oh, of course. Yeah. My brother's there, so I'll definitely be coming out to games. Yeah, I'll be there next year, but yeah.
We see you coach your brother during practice. What's one thing that you tell him that he needs to focus on when it comes to being a quarterback?
I think just confidence, it's just with quarterback, the position, you just got to be a leader and just be confident of what you're saying and what you're doing, what you're trying to do, because everybody else is going to rely on you. So if you don't look confident or down, everybody else is going to be down. Like it affects the whole team. So I think he needs to work on his confidence and coming in next year, because he is going to be the next QB coming up. Yeah.
I mean, you're right. You're right. When they see the quarterback having a bad game, everybody around you has a bad game. And we saw that this season. We saw that where when you got injured, everyone's like, oh man, we're going to lose this game now. It's like, we had to try to build everybody up. But that's good, man. I'm glad you're coaching him up. I'm glad he's going to be part of the team. He's going to be there next year. We're going to have another Mertz on the team, which is good. What's your final words? What do you have to say moving forward?
I think just in life, just like nothing is guaranteed, like we worked so hard to get to this point. Like I really wanted to go to Turkey Day and win it, the whole thing. Like my senior year, that was my goal. But life's just taking me on a different path, and you just got to keep moving forward and keep doing what you're doing, because if you keep doing what you're doing, you'll succeed at one point. That's the definition of succeeding. It's not you might lose a couple of times, but if you just keep going on, you'll succeed. So I'm really excited to see what my future holds for me because I have a lot more football left in me.
Yeah.
And yeah.
You know, the one good thing about your injury that happened to you is that you're hungry. And I know you're hungry. I know you still got a lot to prove. And you're going to be in a good program with City College, man. I'm a little jealous that you're going to City because, again, that's my school. That's a school that I played for. And, you know, I'm proud of you. I'm proud that you're going there. I'm proud that you're taking that route where you're going to get yourself developed. And, you know, I'm going to see who the coaches are there, see who, you know, I am pretty sure they're not the same coaches that was when I was there. But I'm happy you're there. It's a good program to be in. And, you know, you're representing San Francisco. It's probably one of the best JCs that's around right now here in the city, man. So I'm proud of you. I'm proud of what you have accomplished, and I'm proud of what you're gonna accomplish because I know you're gonna do bigger things and better things in the future.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you.
All right, James. Thank you for jumping on, guys. This is James Mertz, future quarterback for City College of San Francisco. Who's gonna have to go from an Eagle to a Ram. It's gonna be tough. I hope you guys. I don't remember what their helmets are, but when I was there, it was the little ram horn. So if it's still the ram horn, that's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be sick.
Yeah.
You're gonna go from wings to rams. All right, guys. This is James Mertz. You can catch him. We're gonna have this all on YouTube. I'm gonna upload this on YouTube, and it's gonna be on all podcast platforms. If you have any questions, just go ahead and leave me comments down below, and I'll make sure James get that. So. Thank you, James, for jumping on. Thank you for being on the show, James.
Thank you for having me, Coach. Thank you.
All right. Take care. All right. That was future City College of San Francisco quarterback James Mertz, the past quarterback for the George Washington Eagles. Going to be stepping up his game, playing for City College. I'm proud of the kid, proud of him being part of, you know, my life in one way or the other. You know, I was able to meet him and his family. He has a really good family. We're going to be able to watch his brother grow the way James grew with us. So definitely, you know, support James when it comes to his City College future. Go ahead and watch him when he starts suiting up and playing out there. But I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for jumping on. Thank you guys for always being part of the daily podcast, the daily vlogs. I leave links to James's Hudl down below so you guys can go watch the full reel of his highlights there. But this is going to be available on YouTube, so catch us on YouTube and all podcast platforms that I posted on. But until next time, thank you guys for watching. The vlog is ended, guys. Go in peace. Man, there's not going to be an ending. Sorry.